Good day. It's a nice fall day here at Rodney's Rods. Just want to give you an update. It's been a while since you've been on the channel. Just lots of life going on, working on the house, working on the cabin. Beautiful fall day. So what we're doing right now is we're just going to update on a few things. Been enjoying the GT 500, this fall. Behind me, you'll also see the 67 Cyclone GT. That's been a car that's been out and running around these days as well. Bit of an issue with the vacuum lines. Got to figure that out here, but we're parking it up for winter now. So that's been now on storage. And then also behind me, you'll see the 68 Cougar. That is something that's going in for an alignment just to finish that up. And then some final brake booster and brake master cylinder redo there just to make it a pleasant car to drive. In the trailer in the background, the black one, I have my 65 Mercury Comet. Had a lot of fun with that this summer. Blasting away down the drag strips and Miles of Mayhem, drag and drive event, that kind of thing. We'll do some more next year, maybe two even, we'll see. Building some shelving inside here, but the update mainly this time is going to be on the Cortina. You'll see something there shortly. Be aware that, it's going to be controversial, some of the things that are going on with the Cortina, but that's okay. It's not your Cortina. It's Tyler's Cortina. And if you don't like it, buy your own, do your own, right? But no, anytime somebody can enjoy something, an old car like that and make it their own, it's fantastic, isn't it? All right, stay tuned. Like and subscribe. Appreciate that. 1968 Ford Cortina Mark II Part 5 Field Find car. Here we are. The first thing you're going to notice if you're following along on this build is that here we have the mold and lichen that was on here. The black mold that was on here is gone. You only see little bits of evidence of some of that stuff, but it is gone. And in its place is the patina that comes naturally through that gone after the pressure washer, and it looks pretty good. Kind of interesting. I'm sure it will be painted at some point, but it doesn't need to be right away. What you notice, secondly, is that the wheel arch is a lot bigger. That panel was a little dented and stuff like this. Not perfect, but not bad. And you're thinking, oh no, this is a problem. Well, the back will get that treatment too. This is going to be a track car. So that is going to be something that's going to be widened a little bit. Some bigger tires on it, some flares that I believe Tyler already has either made or can make or has ordered. And it'll be a little bit wider. Wider is better. So that's the plan for this thing. The suspension itself, if you look closely at this, the original stuff is all gone, except for the reinforcements in the inner panels there. And in its place is a 2022 Ford Mustang setup that, look at this, bolts into the top here. Whether that's been made to bolt in or that's just has bolted in. Sometimes those cross references work between years 1968 and 1922, or 2022 I should say. That's not too bad. Reinforced metal on top just to strengthen it up because it's going to be put through the paces all right. So that's something that's been reinforced on both sides. And there's a gaping hole here which will be filled with more than just a light stand. It's going to be this is the cross member that's put in there. It's going to work with 2002 hub and probably a chromoly homemade lower and upper control arms. Some chromoly arriving shortly to work on that, and a TIG welder as well. So that's going to be put together, and that disc brake system on 2002 Mustang will also be in there. So that's going to be put that way. We'll look at the rear end shortly outside, and it's going to have disc brakes on it as well. So nice and clean. Good to see. What we see inside, that nothing really has changed much here. The carpet's out and the nice patching is evident here. I gotta say, I like the clean interior in these things for two reasons. One, yes, it's basic but nice and thin. Look at the size of these doors. There's not much there. You get the most interior room possible with everything sort of hidden nicely in there. Very different than North American cars. But also the interior, simple, black and white, kind of nice. But it's also lighter too. And so that's a good thing as far as racing goes as well. Now there we have the World Product, I think it is, TKO. T5. It's a bit special, but what it needs is a bell housing that fits to a small block Ford, because that's what's going inside the engine bay. We've decided, since the last time we talked about it, getting a 289. Yes, that is the case. That's been finalized, but the room in here is just not a whole lot. Choices here are limited. If the firewall gets cut up, that means a lot of problems for the safety inspection here in terms of, did you engineer it properly to put it on the road and all that kind of stuff. So the question right now is, if we leave the firewall alone where it is, what can we do? Well, the answer is you're going to use up all this space and then some just to get the accessories on. So there may be, circular holes cut in here for like a power steering pump, alternator, whatever it may be. And so there's going to be no room here for a radiator. So that's one of the debates going on right now. Where do you put a radiator in this if you're filling the engine bay with engine? So looking along the car, there's thoughts about, well, could we do something in the trunk? Right now, there's nothing in there to talk about other than some supplies and whatnot. I see some hubs there, though. Old or new, I'm not sure. Those are the old ones. Nope, those are newer ones. They're 5-bolt. Okay. So there might be something done with the trunk that way and put it together so that will work. We'll have to see. What else can we talk about? The oil pan has been purchased, and that's nice and deep sump to get the oiling really well. Make it well for this whole situation. And in this pile of engines and various things, there is also a 289 here. This is the one that's going to end up being in there. It'll be a little bit more than 289 inches overall, because it'll probably be bored out, punched out a little bit, and maybe a little bit of stroke. I'm not sure what the plan is there yet. But we're looking for, what, Tyler, 300, a little bit more horsepower or something like that. Maybe comment below. There's a few engines for sale here, small blocks that we have. Ford 300 6-cylinder, nice C6 transmission. And to organize some of these engines for sale and prove that they run, we're good people to buy from, because we don't sell something that's not going to work. So we prove things, i.e. our blocks get pressure tested before we sell them, so we're not selling garbage. What we want to do, and Braden's working on here right now from Classic Calamity, is an engine run stand. This is a 302 that we're just, figuring out how we're going to do that on the engine stand, make it fit, and he's doing a good job of that, cutting up metal. And I see a bandsaw arrived here from somewhere. I'm not even sure where, but activity is going on. And so first we'll start with a small block Ford, get that set up. We have a few to sell, so that's the impetus behind that. Right after that is we're going to do FE motors, Ford FE motors. We love those as well. And then after that, the thinking is 306 cylinders. We have a couple of those that, are really good motors. I mean, the saying is that the last LS V8 will be hauled to the junkyard by a Ford 300. So anyway, our engine run stand will be good on some wheels that we can sort of move it around and bring it to a swap meet or something, so people can say, does this carburetor work? Can we go and show it on engine that does work? Does this V8, run? And we show it running, and everybody's happier. So that's the kind of thing we're looking at. Nice rocker panel work here as well. You can notice putting that in properly. And while there is some cut off pieces here, Tyler's also making more stuff here so that it fits in here real nice and follows the arch really well. So that's maybe that'll be bent around underneath. So yeah, that's the update on this Cortina. I'm going to take you outside here just a little bit to see it, but man, I just really like the way that black mold came off, and it gives the car a bit new life. Really kind of cool. The sister car to it is just somewhere else right now as far as the Torino goes. It's been working pretty good. But here we are. Okay, so this is the 8-inch differential out of a 65 Mercury Comet. It's actually 3 inches wider on either side for a total of 6 inches. So that would push the engine, sorry, the wheels out a little further and make a nice wide stance. So that's good. Controversial, but you know, wider is better. And it's going to be much safer for drag racing, for cornering, for, you know, all that kind of thing. And well, you know, if you don't like it, you can buy your own. It's fine. It's Tyler's. He's making it work. He's putting his own spin on things, and he's working on it, bringing it back. It's fantastic. Here's the old pieces there. 68 Cortina, from field car to rally car. Stay tuned to watch the transition. All right, bit of bonus coverage here. Here we are. Look at that, a blower. Where'd I buy that? At an auction sale I did. That's one that I bought. And you'll see, other than the cool ram air hood for 67 Cyclone, like actual ram air hood, which they did hardly any make hardly any of. That's pretty cool. Anyway, oh my goodness, look at this. A pile of blowers. A lot of V671s, some 871s, and there's a couple, including the one on the rack there, regular 871s that are sort of bolt down the normal way. The V ones are just as good if you replace the drive system in them. It's just, you know, and there's an adapter that I'm picking up for these things that can mount them in a normal way. And so, yeah, if you're in need of a blower, send me a comment. We've got lots of them are sandblasted already, ready for paint, whatever color you might want. We have gears, we have, you know, things that are ready for the internal vanes, nice tri-lobe gears. And what's in this box? Oh, a brand new Detroit diesel 871 V-type blower. Wow, brand new, never used. So that's something that you do not see very often, and I wanted to share with you.